All right, we are live. We are live. It's a good day, people. It's a good motherfucking day. I'm just gonna go in and talk today and just bring up all kind of shit I done exposed and most shit that needs to be looked into by the community. Oh yeah, we going in today, buddy. Hold on. We are going in today. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Telling you what God love. I done spilled some of my damn coffee. Let me clean it up. I'm gonna be right with y'all. Hold on. Done spilled some of my coffee. What up, kinfolk? What up, YouTube families? Abyss Ty. What up, homegirl? What up? We're gonna break this down and go into the history of frauds and pedophiles and sex cults and shit, right? Sex cults. Yep. Y'all been involved in a cult. You've been co-signing sex cults, pedophilia, and all kind of fuckery, right? And we're gonna talk about it. And we're gonna talk about it right after this quick song. We are gonna talk about it. Yes, indeedy. Yes, indeedy. He wrote graffiti. T-Man. enough of that funky stuff. Enough of that funky stuff. What's happening, YouTube family? We about to have some fun real quick. And I'm just in this exposing mood. I'm just in this mood of I told you so shit. You know what I mean? So we gonna go deep. Polight's plea deal is set to be recorded tomorrow, right? But besides Polight and his plea deal for tomorrow, we're gonna touch on some other things. Um, we're gonna touch on some other things and some other frauds in the whole network. We're gonna tie in the whole network of frauds, sexual deviants, sex cults, right? How these people scam and rob gullible people in this what we call the conscious community, which is nothing but really a cult. It's cult life, people. That's why I set out to remodel the conscious community some years ago. Not some years ago, but I made this stand 2.5 years ago, January 1st, 2021. This is 2.5 years later, and you see it's being remodeled. So, what's happening to the chat? Pete B. Tolliver Burns, my homie. I exposed the gift that keeps giving, right? Carla Martin, Wiggle Man, Dale Cupid, the Goddess, TV1 up in here, DDM, Yasun, cute ass Beverly Bales up in here, Tony Greathouse, my homie T Ben, BS the Guy, Paul Agbaku of Bitch Tide. How you doing, sis? Mel Smith, good day to you too. Good day to you too, Mel Smith. So, I want to tie into some things that I've been telling people for a long time, right? And in the title, I have, let me read it from my tablet. What do I have the title as? Brother Polight, because I'm on stream. Brother Polight pleads guilty tomorrow, which is July the 7th, right? Then I have King Simon, Queen Afua, blue and red pill is silent. Why is everybody silent? When they're clearly on the team. You ain't got nothing to say about your teammate? No apologies to make for help jumping off this cult sex life and scam the community life that you guys been into for years that nobody's cared about and played dumb about? You guys gonna play dumb about all this shit, huh? Phil Valentine, his wife Queen Afua, Dr. Sebi, Brother Polight, King Simon, Blue and Red Pill. Oh! The Scam the Community Coalition. Dr. Sebi, Queen Afua, King Simon, the matriarch and the patriarch, the promoter, King Simon, who promotes the frauds and scams. Oh, we're going to talk today. We're going to talk about it today. Now, see, I'm hoping some people, after watching this, go do some further research into this. Pull a rabbit out the hat. Connect all this shit. I'm taking you to the water. I can't make you drink it. But I've been told you all this I'm about to go over today. There's been a sex cult. And there's been groups of people okay with pedophilia. Okay with breaking up families. Okay with scams and all kind of fuckery, right? So, let me first say, people, damn near 90% of the community, it's that deep, has been protecting Polight and his founders for years, and it's still going on today. King Simon brought Polight to the community, introduced him to Sonetter. This is a history. I've been around. Talk to me. King Simon, knowing Polight's family, knowing Polight's proclivity with his attraction to young girls and young women, knowing he loves and honored and worshiped Dr. York, who, not just me saying this, but Dr. York has the biggest child molestation case in the history of the United States of America. That's fucking huge. Once you know a motherfucker worships a man who has the biggest child molestation case in the history of the United States of America as an individual person, let me drop that disclosure. Once you know that, you supposed to back up off that motherfucker. You don't supposed to push him on the community and promote this motherfucker. You knew that from jump. King Simon knew how close Polight was to, well, he never really met Dr. York, but he knew his love he had for Dr. York. Once you know that, all bets are off. Why would you even promote someone like that? You knew Renentet, her mama, everybody in the early stages. You knew Renentet's mom and Renentet's mom's two daughters. You knew how close they are with Polight. You knew Polight, Renentet ran away from her mother to be with Polight. See, Polight has a history of fucking with his girlfriends or wives' children and daughters. He's always had this history. So it's no fucking surprise that here he is 2 years ago running off with this Latino girl who he was calling his girlfriend, who was nothing but a plaything to him, running off to a hotel with her daughter. This is called a pattern of going after your girlfriend's and or fake wives' children for sexual pleasure. They sitting up here calling you daddy. Tashia Barnes is her name. 2 years ago, I had to go into a deep dive and research Tashia Barnes, a.k.a. Renentet. Found her daddy on Facebook. He's a Facebook friend. All into her family business. Her daddy don't like Polight. You niggas knew this. You didn't give a fuck about her daddy. You didn't. You didn't give a fuck that that family was in turmoil behind Polight. Okay. 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 So, here we are today. After warning, after warning, after warning, after warning. I have Queen Afua in the title. Why you got Queen Afua in the title? Because people playing dumb. Queen Afua is New Covenant. That's the matriarch, the mother of all scams in the conscious community. What? Oh. Queen Afua does the same shit Dr. Sebi claims. She claims she can cure any motherfucking thing. She said she can cure cancer on the Breakfast Club show. Sebi, in the early days, connected with Polight. Why? Because King Simon connects all these people to promote lectures and shit like that. King Simon been scamming the community for years with this numerology talk. And this number means this, and that number does this. Tricks, magic, abracadabra, hocus pocus, I got you, stupid people. Well, I mean, like, you guys didn't know Queen Afua is New Covenant? You didn't know Blue and Red Pill was there in the early days and knew Polight before Sonetta knew Polight? So, was it a couple years ago I did this video on sex cults and Queen Afua and how I connected all this old shit and all you niggas playing dumb about? Let's just see real quick. Hold on. Before I get into some, I'm gonna get into some shit today. Okay. So, I made this video a year ago, right? What's the title, Chief? Queen Afua, sex crimes, Polight, cult life. I've been telling you niggas this is a cult. And you in cult life. And Queen Afua is all involved in it. King Simon is all involved in the promotion of it. Let me just show you before I continue talking. Because I'm going to play this video before this live is over. But let me just give you the beginning. Let's just go and show her picture. Pause. Who's this on the flyer right here? This is an event that King Simon promoted. That's Brother Polight. This is New Covenant. Brother Polight, Netanyahu. What's this guy who used to rub his hand? I've never been able to pronounce his name. Let me see if I can read it. I forgot how you pronounce his name. Netanyahu, the guy who can rub his hand over chicks and make them have an orgasm without touching them. The guys who's living in Australia right now. And if he comes to California, back to the United States, he's going to be arrested. So he's staying in Australia right now. And this is who next to him? Queen Afua. They were all into this perversion and sex cult bullshit. They're connected. It says money, power, respect. Because King Simon was trying to get money, and they was trying to get respect, and they were trying to gain power off you gullible idiots. Listen. The New Covenant. Scammers, habitual liars, and sexual predators. Yep, all three. Polight, the shaman, madman Nityama, and who do we have here? Queen Afua, the matriarch of the cult of the conscious community. Pause. Now, let me move away from this. I'm going to get back to that later. But this is what I mean, family. Queen Afua know better to be ride with a bunch of creeps like them two men. She knows better than that, but she don't give a fuck. Never did. She know all you niggas is uneducated, and they can tell you they can cure lupus, they can cure sickle cell, they can cure autism with some fucking herbs. They can tell you all this, and your dumb ass gonna believe it. They know this shit. They've been preying on you. Queen of Fools in videos talking about y'all don't need a man. This is why Erica Badu, the little chick, her other little clone chick who be in Atlanta and Oakland all the time, and she does dances and does these shows, and she can really entertain, does the African dance, ain't been married. None of these chicks is married and got men. Queen of Four is not married right now. She used to be married to Phil Valentine. A fraud. And she has a group of people which I call, and I've coined the term, chakra princesses. People laugh. I was going to get some t-shirts made called Chakra Princess, right? And I call Queen of Fool and her clique and them girls who believe in kundalinis and chakras and lotus births and magic candles and astrology and all. I call these people, girls, chakra princess. So, real quick, right here, I have this video I put up.
Because the hog is poison.
A year ago, I did this. But I've always noticed it says Phil Valentine exposes Queen Afua. Because Phil Valentine actually was the writer of her book, Sacred Woman. Oh, y'all didn't know that? Phil Valentine exposed her on that. And I have the Herbalist Conscious Community History. This video is titled.
And if you have other poison things...
This is one of the early herbalists in the community. Before there was a YouTube, before all way back in the day. This guy.
Unique, but I know all of them.
Wait a minute, they said that some of the best ointment you can get is from pork. See, these are guys like him and Dr. Sammy and stuff just making up shit. You know what I mean? Like, talking about I ain't never.
So the herbalist community goes way back to early charlatans. Then you come up to date, then you get Sebi and Queen Afua and Red and Blue Pill and Dr. Ali Muhammad, you know what I mean? The guy Yoda and shit, you know what I mean? Red and Blue Pill's little brother, what's his cat name? KT the Arch Degree. We're going to get into all that today. So, you have Sebi and Queen Afua and Phil Valentine, the patriarchs and matriarchs. And under them are their students who they taught to scam and to teach fake health information to. And all them people under them claim they can kill cancer, lupus, it can cure anything. And they tell you, fuck them professionals, we got you. Like, check it out. I got a video right here called Dr. Ali Muhammad Deserves Prison Time. It's on my page. He says he has the indigenous cure for lupus. There is no cure for lupus. My aunt died of lupus. So some of this shit these niggas teach black folk and tell black folk is disrespectful and gets under my and chaps my hide. This nigga got videos saying he cured cancer, Ali Muhammad. These are Dr. Sebi clones. These are Sebyites. It's all a big cult. And I said Ali deserves prison because I exposed him on another video, not just this one. You can find the video Ali Muhammad Exposed Big Time. That's the name of it. Ali Muhammad Exposed Big Time. And he has this machine and he connects this thing to your finger and it's supposed to read the pulse throughout your body and tell you everything that's wrong with you. If you got this disease, if you got that disease, if you need this meds. And then he goes on and prescribes a medicine from you based off this scam machine he has. Y'all remember that? This is a nigga who Sanetter just a week ago, no, just 3 days ago, Sanetter saying this dude is great, is amazing, and is a master teacher on health and nutrition. Just 2 days ago, Sanetter is pumping this nigga up like he's a master teacher. Hold on, y'all. Hello? Where you at? You going to I'm going to. So when are you going to come? Okay, so I'm gonna call you when I get off this live stream in about an hour. Okay. All right, I forgot where I was at, people. But it's all the same shit I'm about to talk about, right? So I'm just showing and proving what I say and what these cats are talking about, right? So my point is, even while Sebi was alive, I was the only one coming for Dr. Sebi. People actually literally believed Dr. Sebi can cure lupus, cancer, autism, sickle cell, and all these incurable diseases. Dr. Sebi was wrong about everything. I was the first cat in the whole entire community to come for Sebi and correct all that misinformation. Why? Because before anyone was talking about alkaline foods, I was a Kangen water salesman for a company called Enagic. And they would make these ionizers that alkaline that makes your water alkaline. And I was a salesman for this company. At that time, I believed in it. I think, oh, this alkaline water is the bomb. It's going to heal and cure. I know because I used to be into that before you niggas even heard of it. So then Sebi got popular. And he was talking alkaline foods, which is a spinoff of that shit. Then I realized alkaline water is a fucking scam. Because I was researching what I was selling or trying to sell. Them ionizers cost $4,000 at that time. I sold one. But then I researched and found out it was a bunch of bullshit. Alkaline foods and alkaline water don't do a motherfucking thing. It's scam talk. Whatever you drink or eat, soon as it hits your motherfucking throat, it becomes acidic. And hits your stomach, it becomes acidic. So what was the point of eating or drinking anything alkaline? As soon as it hits your insides, it becomes acidic. I started thinking and using my fucking common sense. Then I watched two MDs talk about this alkaline water craziness, alkaline talk, and they was just totally debunking it as nonsense. Actually, cancer starts in an alkaline body, not an acidic body. Because everybody listening to me right now, everybody, bar none, your blood pH is 7.4. If it deviates just a little, your ass is going to go into a coma and or die. So whether you drink a gallon of alkaline water and I drink a gallon of Coca-Cola, we're still going to have the same blood pH. It does nothing. So here it is. Donnie Williams says, get your gold water. Speaking of gold water, look here, family. Bam. Right here. Interesting you said that, Donnie. Right here. Who was selling gold water and acting like this the end all be all will cure your ass? Charlatans I have. 4 years ago I told you niggas that they was frauding you. This was actually about 5 years ago. What does this title say? Charlatans, frauds, and red pill in his gold water. Blue and red pill was selling gold water, acting like it's the end all be all. Acting like it's going to heal you and help you and cure you. I had to go to their website.
Water by boiling pure gold, silver, or copper with water and straining it.
And broke it down. Blue and red pill been scamming and lying forever about everything. All you got to do is go to their website. They'll charge you $100 for 4 ounces of sink water and tell you it's gold water. It's really some tap water. You get 2 and 4 ounces of some fucking tap water, and you got to pay $100 or whatever it is. I'm on their website. Go to their website. I showed and proved. All you got to do is go to this video right here. Charlatans, frauds, and red pill in his gold water. What do I have in the description here? Red pill, blue pill, Minister Inky, Brother Polight, Dr. Ali Muhammad, KT the Arch Degree, and others all claim or allude to cure incurable diseases. The gatekeepers of false health information are these people. I've been told you that. You guys didn't give a fuck. I told y'all this 5 years ago, 6 years ago, 7 years ago. This is May 22, 2019. I think I made this in 2018. It was just on Facebook and I downloaded it to YouTube. All these niggas right here, blue pill, red pill, Minister Inky, Brother Polight, Dr. Ali Muhammad, KT the Arch Degree. I don't have the other brothers. It's some other brothers I don't have on here. But they're all Dr. Sadie clones and students of Dr. Sabby, Queen Afua, and Phil Valentine. They all should be called out now. Claiming he can cure lupus. I said he needs prison. KT the Arch Degree. I have a video on him 4 years ago. KT the Arch Degree selling toxic poison. I've been trying to warn you niggas about these clowns. I have in the description, KT the Arch Degree is a charlatan, fraud, and habitual liar. He is selling poison to the community. He has for years done fake made-up movie reviews and needs to be sat down as soon as possible. He is a fake healer, just like Minister Inky, fake Dr. Ali Muhammad, and Red and Blue Pill allows this farce and shame to go down in the movement. Shame on these men's and they daddy Phil Valentine. I made this in 2018. Bro, Polight has been scamming, and I've been telling these niggas I used to send. Listen, bro. I've never. This is in 2018, 4 years ago. This is on my channel. I interviewed the brother. I showed all the receipts.
I seen all the receipts I've shown you, and there are receipts. There is proof of this. No one's just talking. And later on, after this video, I'll post them. And one other thing that disturbed me, Craig, and this happens, like, say, I was married before, I've been in relationships and lived with women. And if I make a decision for the family.
Okay, pause. This is me interviewing a guy named Craig, who Polight scammed out of $4,000. We did the live interview and I was exposing this shit and nobody gave a fuck. We showed the receipts. We showed Polight's bank account. $4,000 he took from this man you see in the video and nobody gave a fuck. Not Garfield didn't give a fuck. Did Garfield talk about this? No, because Garfield has been supporting Polight all the way up until he just pleaded guilty. Ankh was supporting this shit and still today supporting Polight. Ankh has not apologized. Ankh has not made a decision. Ankh has not denounced this nigga yet. And they seen all these receipts 5 years ago I had up on Polight. Come on, man. Stop it. In the description right here. And you guys didn't know about this because they didn't want to talk about it. They wanted to keep making money off of Polight. They wanted to keep pushing Polight on the community. They wanted to push Polight on the community so much until he beat the people out of $1 million and raped women. You niggas put him in the position to do what he did. You niggas made him feel he was invincible because you didn't give a fuck and you kept pushing this bitch ass nigga on the community time after time after time. It says right here, Polight took $4,000 from a man in February and did not provide a service and immediately ignored him as soon as he sent the money to him. This was 5 years ago. King Simon, Queen Afua, Blue and Red Pill. Nobody gave a fuck. Nobody called the nigga. They kept trying to get next to the nigga. While Chief X was on his ass. From day one, Chief X been on Polight's head when he showed his big lip, big nose ass on Sonetta the first time talking about real estate. I said bullshit. Why? Because I'm a former realtor and I knew better. So I'm scattered right now. I should have took notes because I had a line of shit I wanted to go. Just bear with me. Work with me. And if you just tuning in, rewind this motherfucker back to the beginning. Fuck the chat. Why hasn't Queen Afua denounced Brother Polight? When she's part of New Covenant. She was part of all the sex talk and fuckery. Now let me tell you. Let me just say this. If you guys seen my thumbnail, you'll see a picture of Polight and what he initially called his wives, which was 3. I don't know where you niggas get this 4-wife shit at. It was Aminette, I think Raet is the other girl's name, and I forget Renentet's mom's name. I forget her name. But it was them 3 women. Raet, Aminette, and and Renette's mom on the thumbnail. Them three women. They never were legally married to any of them. He's not legally married. He just calls them his wives. He don't even have no contract with him. Like we got a contract with my wife. Straight bullshit. Them is just his fucking girlfriends. He ain't got no contract with a motherfucking thing. Y'all believe that shit. So, King Simon, all the proof was there. You knew it all. You knew Riot. He met her when she was 15 and 16 and groomed and groomed her and eventually called her his wife. She's in that picture on my thumbnail. Let me just show it. This one right here. Oops. Wait a minute, that ain't it. This one right here, right? This picture, the top one I have on there. The woman on the far right is Renette's mom. Her daughter is the one that ran away from her mother to be with Polight. Renette. He has a history of messing with his girlfriend's daughters. King Simon, Queen Afua, Blue and Red Pill. So, y'all all know this. In this picture, not only is he messing with the girl in the middle who was 15 and 16 when he met her, and she said that. He's messing with the lady on the right's daughter. And she has two daughters. I think he messed with both of the two daughters. This is called a pattern. So how is y'all in 2023 confused that he ran away with his girlfriend's daughter and took her to a motel? How much more proof do you guys need? Even in the face of 6 semen stains, DNA on this 14-year-old child, you niggas was still holding strong that Polight may be not guilty. Garfield, Ankh. And I'm trying to give Sinetta a pass today for a specific reason. I don't, but I'm just saying, all these cats have been in support and still in support. Garfield just stopped supporting and just bent the knee and admitted that Polight has been doing some shit just now when he copped the plea. What took so long, nigga? The reason that you say you stopped supporting him is because the paperwork says this and says that. Nigga, that paperwork been out. It's them 6 semen stains paperwork been out. They been told you the police report. The little girl said in the police report that she woke up to Polight trying to make her throw up. What the fuck? You guys didn't form an opinion then? Oh, so you guys are saying that this 14-year-old girl is lying. She said in the police report she woke up to Polight trying to make her throw up. That's how her mouth got all swollen. Polight was jabbing his fucking hand down her mouth trying to make her throw up that date rape shit. He freaked out that she was passed out, incapacitated. He didn't want to catch a murder charge from her being out of it and on drugs and alcohol. He didn't want to catch a murder beef, so he freaked the fuck out and started trying to make her throw up whatever was in her motherfucking stomach that he gave her. And there's a toxicology report that Polight has to plead to some guilty shit because there's no way around a toxicology report and DNA semen. What is wrong with you niggas? That's why her mouth is all swollen. You guys have no respect or care for a 14-year-old child. You niggas gonna act like this 14-year-old girl is lying to the police about why her mouth is all swollen and fucked up? I worked at Edelman's Children's Court in Monterey Park as a legal assistant for the attorneys who represent Department of Children and Family Services. Everybody knows that. I wouldn't lie. McLaren Hall. Sometimes you guys see shit on Facebook of McLaren Hall and all this child abuse that happened at McLaren Hall and shit. These are stopping stations that kids go to before they go into that motherfucking courtroom to deal with whatever they had to deal with, whatever kind of child abuse cases going on that these parents got their kids snatched from them for. And you never go against a child and say this child is lying. You never do that. Anybody that worked in children's services or mental health or with kids as youth counselors in any kind of way knows this. And all them you bitch ass niggas, that's exactly what the fuck you was doing. Even though you didn't say it out your mouth, all that mounting evidence, the child saying her mouth was swollen and she woke up to Polight trying to make her throw up. DNA semen stains and shit. At the goddamn hotel with the girl. I mean, in face of all this evidence, you niggas talking about, well, I don't know. Well, I'm confused. Well, we gonna have to wait. Wait for what? The nigga's God is Dr. York, who has the biggest child molestation case in the history of the United States of America. Goddamn! He's on video saying, interviewing with Polight is literally talking to a victim of Dr. York. And in short, he said, nigga, fuck what you talking about. Dr. York is still my God. I don't even though I do believe him deep down inside, he was fuck with them little girls. I like that shit. I don't believe you, and I don't want that information to get out there. We're going to shoot you down and act like you just crazy. In face of all this, you niggas is talking about, well, I don't know. Well, I'm going to wait, and I'm confused. You talking about street niggas who supposed to be bout it and hip, slick, and cool, and you can't put this shit together? Listen, family. My ex-wife has a daughter who's my daughter's age. See, I have two daughters. They're 25 and 27 right now. So I've been there. My wife's daughter is my daughter's age. We all was a family together. I had girlfriends who were close in age to my daughters. It's not one story. And my daughter's friends, my ex-wife's daughter's has girlfriends. My other ex-girlfriends have daughters, and they have. Not once can anybody tell you a story of. I was a youth counselor. I worked at Fairfax High School at 25 years old. Surrounded nothing but high school girls coming in the attendance office. Mr. Shelton, can I get a pass to class? I was just late. I wasn't. And sweet talking me when I was 25. Oh my God, it was crazy. And not one time can anybody say Chief X hinted. He looked at somebody in a funny way. He tried to talk to my daughter, and he was nothing with no fucking kids. And none of these niggas have been around kids as much as I've been around kids. I've been around kids 10 times as much as they have. and never broke or tried anything. So don't tell me no shit. I'm certain who these creeps and perverts are. You niggas was certain that these was creeps and perverts. You didn't give a fuck. Let me play this. Ask Queen Afua why is she New Covenant and why she ain't denounced Polight. She's trying to cover for her bullshit. Let's just play this little clip right here. What's happening with common sense? Played the clip of Nit Tatnu, this sexual pervert who's hiding in Australia because of his sex crimes, and Polight hooking up with this sex crime nigga. Birds of a feather flock together, and Queen Afua knowing about this fucking pervert. They're doing lectures together and shit. These niggas all know Polight's a fucking perv.
Now, you know her husband was Phil Valentine, but I'll go into that in another lecture. All the chakra princesses in the conscious community, the matriarch, here's your matriarch and con woman, charlatan woman, Queen Afua, who you worship, you cult members. Her student is the Erykah Badu. And y'all love Erykah Badu. Crazy, following crazy, blind, leading the blind. Let's go and talk about this. So Polight and his New Covenant crime partner, his partner in crime, his co-worker, Queen Afua.
Pause. They're co-workers, literally. You remember Polight used to be on stage with Dr. Sebi. Queen Afua was in the early days with Dr. Sebi. Y'all didn't know all this? And here come they making up stories together and Polight claiming Dr. Sebi cured me of diabetes when I was a child. He ain't had no goddamn diabetes when he was a child. That was just they scam talk they got together to talk to you dummies and fool you ignorant people and make you believe it that Dr. Sebi was some healer and magician because Polight says he's legit, and you got and they know you guys look up to Polight. Sebi know you guys look up to Polight. Sebi know Polight is getting popular, so Sebi connected with him. Two frauds connecting with each other to defraud the people, and they both know each other are lying. Dr. Sebi was a charlatan and a habitual liar. I have no respect for none of them.
Let me say that again. Queen Afua, who I've been telling you about also. Okay, so now, here we go. There he goes, the shaman. Shantam Nityama. He was outed for sex abuse, right? Here's another one of his students, this white boy right here. He was arrested for sexual abuse, but both of them got away with it, I believe, right? Now, both of him and the shaman live in Australia, hiding from United States authority. They say if this shaman, Nityama, the divine madman they call him, if he brings his black ass back to the United States, he more than likely will be arrested, is what I'm hearing. Okay? Here we go with his face covered. This is Nityama's student who was outed for sex abuse also and released. Australian man behind a 4-day orgasm treat in Bali is taken in for questioning by Indonesia police.
Yeah, some 4-day orgasm retreat.
Interesting. Now, when you scroll this page, this is not the page.
Excuse me. But let's just talk. What is Queen Afua doing with sexual abusers? Interesting, Queen Afua. Queen Afua, you got some questions to answer, sister. I'm sorry. You know, I don't mean to bring you into this. Oh wait, I didn't bring you into this. You delved into this your damn self. Uh-huh. You know them chakra princesses is not working with a full deck upstairs. You know the elevator don't go to the top you've been using. But I don't want to get to the heart. I'll do the hierarchy of the cult on another video. But I just want to let you know, Queen Afua ain't shit. Okay? Kiss my ass. Now, here we go right here. Wait a minute. Let me do this. Hold on. Wait a minute. Damn, I didn't put that place up. But here go him right here. In New Covenant. Huh? What's going on? Look at New Covenant. Where Queen Afua? Let me see if I can see Queen Afua up in here scamming people.
They don't really make you happy. But I'm telling you, brothers, all in.
Look at this. Stop. Look what Queen Afua and Polight doing to these black folk moms. Why Queen Afua lying to black people and deceiving black people and putting it and got them in a cult? What's wrong with Queen Afua? Somebody need to talk to Queen Afua. Look at these people with new covenant.
Somebody, Lord, you need to use it everywhere.
Wait a minute. Did I see the pills? Hold on.
Now I paused it. But this is the guy, Nitin Tani, the one that's in Australia hiding for sex crimes. The one Polight made interviews with sitting down doing sex perversion shit, talking about they can make women come by running their hands around them and shit. This is the guy who has a student, a white boy who's a student, who also was caught up in sex crimes. This is that Queen Afua, Polight connection to a fucking pervert and some sex crimes and a sex cult.
Wait a minute. Wait, I thought I might have seen one of the pills. Hold on.
In the melanated community, in the community at large, you
Wait a minute. Is it? Who's this? Hold on.
need to use it
Oh, man,
everywhere.
the camera.
Because we get caught up even in our... Because they do it.
Pause. I paused it. Mind you, this is an event King Simon was the promoter of. So King Simon supporting this sex perversion shit and marketing it to the black community? King Simon has to answer to this. Do not let King Simon slip away. He's hiding right now. Bring these niggas out. Bring Blue Pill and Red Pill and King Simon out.
Stop on insanity that this society places ours for clever concept. Now, told your policy you had.
I was trying to see if I seen one of the pills. But this is some shit they go to, though, right? So Queen Afua, let's just do this. Brother Polight, New Covenant, in this coat. You know, what's wrong with Queen Afua? I've been telling y'all forever about it. One time I mentioned Queen Afua, everybody bit my head off. I was trying to warn them, but I kind of left her alone for a little bit. You know? But this all coming to fruition. And guess what, people? Just guess the fuck what? This other demon and habitual liar, this fake-ass numerologist motherfucker, King fucking Simon put this production together. King Simon Productions. You guys got to be kidding me. Sonetta, you got to be kidding me with King Simon. Sonetta, did you know about King Simon and Queen Afua and all this cult shit? Did you know that too? King Simon. Bro, what are you doing to our people?
I paused it, y'all. So I was gonna stop this video and move on to something else, but the street sweeper is coming, and I have to move my car before I get a ticket. So I'll be back in 3 minutes. So I'll just play this for 4 more minutes, and I'll be right back.
King Simon, Queen Afua, Polight, entire New Covenant has miseducated black people on purpose. That's intellectual treason. These niggas need to be in
Hold on, y'all.
prison. I swear to God. They need to be locked up. They need to be locked up. And these two motherfuckers right here. Hold on. Hold on. Where's it at? Boy, I tell you, Queen of Four, boy, you got some questions to answer. King Simon, you got some questions to fucking answer. Oh, we not letting up. The rabbit hole goes deep. The rabbit hole goes deeper and deeper and deeper. Look, sex, Reiki, orgasm, healing, diet. All you Reiki heifers. Reiki, tarot cards, money oil, crystals. You know what I'm saying? Like, sage the room. It's evil spirits in here. Let me put this crystal on your forehead so I can heal you. So look, let me just do this there. Hold on. Let me before I go. I'm just clowning. Before I go, let me wait a minute. Let me hit on this one. I think let me find it. Let me find it. Let me find it. Tantric full body energy orgasm. See them chakra pictures in it. So when men Inky and everybody on the show was talking about chakras and what it's related to, and it's related to all that kundalini and bullshit and sex magic shit. And you know, I was telling people it's in some ancient scripts floating around somewhere that possibly the chakra's initial story, not the one we think about chakra today, but the chakra's initial story was about making people like pious and touching energy points and taking away sex drives and making you holy, and it's just some fucking creepy shit. That Polight, young Pharaoh, what's that crazy other coat nigga that had his son holding his penis and shit? Damn, I don't know why I forget this fool's name. Look, Australian man question of a bizarre shit. Look, Australian man question of a bizarre 4-day orgasm treat. Professional partner of alleged sex cult leader. See, that's his teacher, Shantam Nityana. Now, he wasn't arrested or detained and has been returned to his villa. But there's other things that he's talking about the white man, not Shantam. This white man who, the black Nityana student, this white guy in Australia, he was arrested. Also, it's believed or said that him, if he comes to the States, he will be arrested. So both of these guys, the teacher and the white boy student, actually, here you go, right here. This is the the madman, Nityana, and this is the student. His name is Andrew. I don't think they fuck with each other no more because he got mad at this man for something about eating some fucking hearts or some shit at a session. This is all crazy fuck shit. You understand me? Crazy fuck shit that your cult leaders, Queen Afua, Polight, and behind the scenes, the numerologists pulling strings, who we call King Simon. Oh my God. Inky, you was telling the truth about this, boy. You was telling the truth about this. This shit is crazy here. So, Queen
All right.
Afua.
All right, I'm back. I had to run out to my car. It's street sweeping day. So you got to park your car on the other side of the street or you get a ticket. So I ran out there and moved my car and ran back in. I got to get back on my cardio. I jogged a whole block just now. What you say, Carla? They're not crazy, they're evil. Now, look at here. Family, this is not rocket science to see people are connected and to see and understand that people have been hiding and throwing sexual perversion and child molestation all up under the carpet. Do you think I'm going to sit here with this Netanyahu guy who's on going to be arrested if he comes to the United States? Brother Polight hanging around little girls that ran away from their mother. And this is supposed to be a matriarch of our community getting involved with all this. Why? For attention, views, and money. I mean, this shit, it is what it is. So I was making a point, I forgot. But my point is, there's no way in the world that if one of my ex-girlfriend's children had beef with their mama and ran away from their mama, there no way would I take them in to live with me. No way in the world would I be connected to anything like that. I'll be like, no, I'm sorry, young lady. You better find your daddy, find your auntie, your grandma, your grandpa. Oh, there's options. There's children's services. You know what I mean? First of all, a child is running away from their parent. Did you call children's services? You have a duty to call child services. A runaway child. You don't just take no runaway teenage child into your fucking home. What is y'all talking about? What's wrong with y'all thinking? You mean to tell me, Queen Afua, you know he worships Dr. York. You know he took a runaway teenager in his home. And you said, fuck all that. I want to be down with Polight. Polight's hooking up with Sebby. We gonna all get some shine and some light, and we gonna fuck over these uneducated black folk in this cult. And we're gonna scam the fuck out of them for money. We're gonna tell them we can cure everything that's incurable. Fuck what all the medical doctors said. Fuck what the nutritionists with bachelor's degrees and master's degrees said. We don't have no degrees. In fact, Dr. Sebi said, I don't even read books. We don't have no credentials. We don't even have a naturopathic credential. We've been lying about that. We don't have shit. But these people are still going to believe us over a medical doctor because we gave them a boogeyman complex so much that they hate anyone with credentials. Fuck this medical doctor who went and got his bachelor's degrees that took 4 years, then got his master's degrees another 2 years, 6 years, then went to school another 3 years to become a PhD or MD. We didn't went to school. They didn't went to school 9 years, studying, toiling, sleepless nights of homework in a specified field, trying to bring money back to the not money, trying to help educate and help the community from all sorts of diseases and health problems. But you niggas gonna believe Queen Afua, Dr. Sebi, Phil Valentine, Phil a blue and red pill, you know what I mean? Dr. Ali Muhammad. We're gonna believe all these crooks and charlatans over MD who done 10 years of school. Now, here go Lex Vortex, another uneducated man who's half crazy himself. He blames medical doctors for people dying of incurable diseases. This is so this is I have to address this all the time because people are just ignorant. There is no medical doctor will tell you they can cure lupus or cancer or sickle cell. They 100% of the time tell you these diseases are incurable. Guess who says they can cure them? Herbalist. Who's the liars? Is the herbalist lying or the medical doctor lying? It's the herbalist who's lying. But Lex Vortex prefers liars over credentialed medical doctors. This is how the conscious community is. Doctors tell you this medicine we're giving you is to manage your symptoms. That's it. They never said they can cure this. They never said this medicine will cure this disease. They never said that. It's you niggas who took that shit all out of context, hating on real ones, and acting like doctors is killing people. Nope. It's people like Dr. Sebi who's making people die. I've told the story. Dr. Sebi had a whole black AIDS organization. You know how they have like support groups for people. It's a support group for black folk with had HIV and AIDS. 8 years ago, 7 years ago, wait a minute, 7 years ago, a lady hit me up in my inbox on Facebook, said I have AIDS, and it's a bunch of us who are upset at Dr. Sebi because a lot of us believed Dr. Sebi can cure these things. And a lot of us stopped taking our meds listening to this charlatan Dr. Sebi. A few of them died, she said, because they believed Dr. Sebi and they stopped taking their meds and they died. I told you Dr. Sebi got blood on his hands. The doctor don't. The doctor didn't tell these people that this medicine is going to cure their HIV. The doctor said this is just to manage your symptoms, manage your pain. Sebi got blood on his hands. And these people who died, nobody can come and say I died because of Dr. Sebi, listening to Dr. Sebi. None of these people say, they're too embarrassed to say, we stopped taking our meds and got sick because nobody's going to come out and say that. So you're never going to hear that side of the story. Listen, family. The proof is in the pudding right here. This is why I have this video titled, Dr. Ali Muhammad Deserves Prison Time. Because he's lying to the sick people, and they may believe him, hoping it's a chance. And they may stop taking their meds because Dr. Ali Muhammad said he has the cure. And listen to me and take the supplements that I sell. And here they is sick and getting sicker and possibly die because they listen to fuck niggas like Dr. Ali Muhammad. This is how that shit goes down. Look at the credentials of this chick on the left. I don't know, I guess maybe she was on this panel. It says she's a registered dietitian. What the fuck is a registered dietitian? Okay. A licensed massage therapist. A massage therapist. She discusses how she healed herself from lupus. I mean, family, a massage therapist talking about she healed herself from lupus. This is the Aboriginal Medical Association, ARNA, Aboriginal law firm. No, the medical doctors aren't the problem. It's these idiots who's the problem. Y'all got to stop this shit and wake up. You can't, hold on. Listen, family. Dr. said before he even got arrested for scamming, taking money from people under false pretenses, he was sick, had anemia problem. Vegans have the highest rates of anemia. You didn't know that? They need iron bad because they're not getting complete iron. Dr. Sebi passed out on stage and people acting like that never happened. Dr. Sebi passed out on stage. He was so weak. And they had to bring the nigga a chair to sit down in so he can finish his lecture. But he's the cure doctor. My grandmama lived till she was 90 years old, eating spam. Dr. Sebi done about 3 interviews in bed. What healthy man who's considered an intellectual is going to lay up in bed like he's sick during and have no energy during the interviews? He was weak, frail, and unhealthy and passed away. That was it. Dr. Sebi lied on Lisa Left Eye Lopez. Can you imagine? Lisa Left Eye Lopez dies. After she dies, Sebi makes the claim that he cured her of herpes. I'll give anybody $1,000 on the spot if they can show me anywhere where Lisa Left Eye Lopez ever said she had herpes. She never ever said that out of her mouth. Dr. Sebi lied on a dead woman. Lisa Left Eye Lopez took her crazy ass to Honduras, and yes, Lisa Left Eye Lopez had mental health issues. I don't know why people acting like they're scared to say that or it's wrong to say that. It's a lot of people suffer from mental health issues. Lisa Left Eye Lopez had some mental health issues. She ran her ass to Honduras thinking she can get some help and get her life together. And while she's out there, she's driving and hit somebody and kills somebody. You going out there and you going downhill, man. You can't even see. You running around the car with 2 other people. Y'all acting a goddamn fool. You're unfocused. Your mind is off. And you hit somebody and kill them. Y'all don't know that story? Gets worse listening to Dr. Sebi and eventually gets into a fucking car crash and kills herself in another incident. Of course she got worse under Dr. Sebi. Everyone does. I have another Facebook friend, and she's she works in the medical field. What is her title? She used to hate me because I was used to clown Dr. Sebi. But anyway, she went out there, got all up in the fucking so-called alkaline water pool and shit. If you get into these alkaline waters and shit, it's supposed to help your body heal and recover. She took her dumb ass up out there, taking baths in the water, spent goddamn a week and a half in Honduras at his center. And here she is, bring her ass back to the United States, and her ass is in the emergency room 2 weeks later. Yeah, you went down there and got worse. Cassandra Brown, I hear you. Because people say this, they like Dr. Sebi though. Because Dr. Sebi had a nice personality. Most charlatans do. He had a nice personality. He was very humorous. He was a great storyteller, and he entertained us, so people liked him. But this is what charlatans do. You got to put some cheese on the trap. I got that. Sarah Soon said he used to say that. Hey, you got to put some cheese on the trap to lure people in. You got to be likable to lure people in. But when you're educated and know better, you can see through that and say, "Oh, this motherfucker's just gaming us. Oh, this motherfucker's hip, slick, and cool. Oh, he got good stories, and he's a great storyteller. Oh, he's funny. He's hilarious." So that makes us, Dr. Sebi is cool. Oh, it makes, but all the while, the shit he's teaching is misinformation. Wiggle man, how do you not know he's a charlatan? What are you talking about? God damn, y'all, are you serious? Bro, I got $1,000 right now to you, Wiggle Man, or any human on the planet. I got $1,000 if you can prove that Sebi ever cured one person of anything in his entire life. Go. Sebi's never healed one person ever in his entire life of anything. I'm sorry. If you didn't know, I'm telling you. So I'm gonna give you a pass since you didn't know. Well, subscribe to my channel and you'll be up on everything. So people believe the case. He said, "Was that case a lie?" The case is on my YouTube channel. We have his entire court records going through them. Let me just show you real quick. Bear with me, y'all. One second. One second. Where is it at? Hold on. I don't want to waste too much time. Hold on. Why isn't this shit popping up? Dr. Sebi's court case that he lost. Like, let me just put this up real quick. And I'm going to address your comment about the court case. Hold on. Oops. 4 years ago, actually five, before Sebi passed, I have all these debunking Sebi videos, right? And this is a medical student. He has a master's degree. He's going for his PhD. Probably has his PhD right now. But as you see, it says medical student debunks Dr. Sebi's embarrassing teachings. Great video. I put this on my channel 4 years ago, actually 5 years ago, right? I got about 5 videos exposing Dr. Sebi. But let me address your question. Sebi court case story that everyone believed was his own story he told to the Amsterdam newspaper. The Amsterdam newspaper printed Dr. Sebi's story. They didn't print the court case's story or show you the court case documents, which I have on my channel. I just don't feel like digging for it right now. He didn't bring no cured people to see no judge because that's not even what the case was about. The case is about him making claims that he can cure incurable diseases, which you're not supposed to do as a doctor. You're not supposed to make false claims as a doctor. But Sebi got off because he wasn't a doctor making these claims. He was just an herbalist. So what they did was made Sebi pay restitution back to unhappy customers. They made him change all his labelings. They put sanctions on his ass. They made him change all his labelings, pay restitution, stop making false claims, and all that old shit. And I think he had to pay the court a fee or something. So he didn't get convicted because he wasn't a doctor. And it wasn't that serious of a case. He was just being a charlatan. They told him to stop being a charlatan and change up your shit, basically. And this is why the nigga moved to Honduras. Because you can go to Honduras and say and do any fucking thing. You know what I mean? He lost that court case. And what he had was 70 supporters that was just supporting him, not 70 people who were cured of something. The story got all twisted. Sebi twisted the story in the Amsterdam News and lied his ass off, and we believed his fake ass story. So he never beat no court case. He just didn't go to jail. That's all. What else did I want to touch on real quick? Bear with me. Like even Layla Africa. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Family. Where is it at? I had to make a video about Dr. Layla Africa. He passed away. He's supposed to be the embodiment of health. Dr. Layla Africa, it's said, not by me, by a family member, that he was still using drugs. Because he used to have a crack addiction back in the day. I'm not getting on anybody for having a crack addiction. I used to be on it back in 91. But he's supposed to have cleaned up, but they said he was still using from time to time. And I had to make a Dr. Layla Africa expose video. All these herbalists are liars. He claims he can cure everybody of everything also. I had to make this video showing you 100 lies he told. Just making up shit. Dr. Layla Africa exposed. Go watch it when you got time. I've been on all these charlatans' ass forever. I've never wavered. Hold on. Let me just show you this one other thing before I finish up. Bear with me. Okay. Let's go over here. Let's go right here. Right here. 5 years ago, I had posted this, Sonetter, and I put Sonetter's name in the caption. So these people know about this. Look, Sonetter, Brother Polight scammed her in 2019. Right? You see? This is on my channel. I've been on Polight's ass. Who did he scam?
I don't want to say I was a fan, but definitely in support of Brother Polite and everything that he
He scammed the fuck out this girl. She showed the receipts and everything. Everybody's seen this and didn't give a fuck.
represented as a man, as a black man that's conscious and so intelligent, so knowledgeable. I just would love to hear him speak because I would just be soaking up all this information, all this knowledge, just learning so much.
She got caught up in Polite's fast talk. And all she seen was y'all saying that Polight is the GOAT. She probably heard Garfield praising Polight, saying he's the GOAT. She probably heard Brother Ankh saying that's his boy. She probably heard Ankh and Polight saying, I don't know if he scammed anybody because he would be arrested if he did. Hey, yeah, that's all these niggas been talking that shit. She's seen his Instagram and she's seen all y'all jocking Polight, saying Polight's great. This nigga's deep. Oh my God, Polight is everything. She heard and seen all that. Hold on. Hello? Oops. Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry, I accidentally hummed the phone. Yes, sir, I have CBD gummies. 40 bucks. I have a bag of some quality CBD gummies. They're great. You know what? Actually, this is my home. I have an online store, but no, 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 no. Fortunately for you, I keep items at my house also. So if you wanted to come by, I do have CBD gummies, and you can come get some. I'm around 24/7. You got my number. Just call me when you're ready. When are you coming? Okay, tomorrow. Yeah, I got some great ones. You'll know. All right, bye. All right, y'all, I'm back. So this girl told her story. I downloaded it and put it on my page, and just to let everybody know, to warn people, be careful, because I cared and love black folk. I care and love black folk, so I said, be careful, y'all. Stop giving Polight your money. He's gonna rob you. You niggas didn't give a fuck. You niggas said, shut the fuck up, Chief X. You bullshit. We love Polight. Polight says 5G caused coronavirus. Fuck what you talk about, Chief X. Just ignorant.
him. Not only on a conscious and do I'll give you a call back. You know, basically that's what I said, something like that. And he's like, all right, cool, peace. That's it. End the conversation. And I was kind of, I didn't know how to feel. I was kind of bummed, like, damn, like.
She fine as hell. Polight beat this little young girl out of some money. If Polight beat this little pretty girl out of some money. And all you niggas knew it.
What I would expect him to be like on the phone. Or just be like.
This video,
you know?
and I know you guys know,
I mean,
because the conscious community follows my page. And this video got 4,600 views. 4 years ago.
Ask him, like, you know, we spoke a couple of days ago. We spoke about the mentorship program for 3,500, and I'm like just letting him know as I was meditating.
He was selling mentor programs then. You heard her say it. Soon as she sent Polight the money,
love to possibly consider working with a sister on this. I have a fixed desire to have this opportunity with you, but also know for normal people as a single.
She reading her receipts. Soon as she sent Polight the money, he disappeared on her ass. Brother Garfield, Unc, everybody, y'all knew this shit. but yet and still, you want to call this nigga the goat? Say he's great. Nobody can beat him in the debate, although he got in his ass whooped 4 different times in the debate, one including me. Bro, Polight's doomsday is tomorrow. Let me tell you what's going to go on tomorrow. There's going to be live streams going crazy all over YouTube starting tomorrow around noontime after we see what he pleads. Polight is going to plea, and I've told people this, and I'm predicting what he's going to plea. He's going to plead to one of the felonies and that misdemeanor, which is going to get him one of them felonies is up to 15 years. So they're going to drop 3 felonies, give him one of them felonies and the misdemeanor, and the nigga's going to do 15 years. Or they'll give him the minimum on each 4, which may be 3 years on 4 felonies. 3 times 4 is what? 12. Or he's going to plead to 2 of the 4 felonies and get the misdemeanor and maybe do 20 years. Because they sick of this nigga. And them Latino prosecutors and that judge been looking at this nigga act a goddamn fool on Instagram. Because when they did the news reports on Polight, when it first happened, the news lady says an Instagram, what did she say? She said some Instagram. He has 300,000 followers on Instagram and such, and people look up. The news reporter was saying the news reporter gave up his Instagram. So you don't think the prosecutor and the judge is looking at this nigga's Instagram, boiling up inside? Oh, they saying we're gonna get this Bantu. Oh, this nigga look like he come up out the Congo with this big ass nose, dark skinned and big lips. If we done some caricatures on black folk, Brother Polight's face would be the epitome of a caricature for a nigga, a Bantu nigga with big lips and a big nose. I'm just trying to make it just real. I'm trying to tell you what's in their mind and what they see. And this Bantu big lip, big nose nigga spewed his semen on our Latino daughter who's 14, and the prosecutor, original prosecutor, was Latino. The nigga getting 15, no less. Trust me. Possibly more. Oh, the judge is supposed to be unbiased. But me used to work at courthouse. Plus, I had an uncle who's a sheriff deputy, and he's a bailiff in a courtroom. I know what the fuck goes on. These judges, these attorneys, they go to lunch and they talk about shit. And this judge has been researching Polight. This judge, who has done child advocacy work prior to being a judge, is looking at his Instagram like, oh, he's a pimp too? Oh, yeah, Oh, we're going to get this nigga right here. Oh, and they going to get his ass. Yo, what you say, Ramon Barra? Instagram influencer is what they said when they reported Polight on the news. So bet your bottom dollar the entire prosecution team and the judge for almost 2 years has been watching this nigga talk that shit on Instagram. This is real life, people. Oh my God, this nigga about to return. Yaki awakened. Anybody believing this fucking crackpot is crazy too. Hey, RBG, rewind this video back to the beginning because I know you came late. I've been doing a video on who needs to be watched. I've been showing you. Watch this. Dr. Ali Muhammad, KT the arch degree, right here. KT the arch degree selling fake toxic poison. Charlatan and frauds video, blue and red pill, right here. Watch all these charlatans. Call all these charlatans out. The gatekeepers of false health information. All these people. Who else? Queen Afua. Watch all these people. John E. Moore was at Phil Valentine. Watch all Phil Valentine exposes Queen Afua in herbalist conscious community history. Go back and watch all these videos. Dr. said, watch all everyone who's a charlatan. Chief X got a video on them. Any fraud, any habitual liar in the community, Chief X got a video on them. And these are the reasons why Chief X, people hate on Chief X. Because I've exposed everybody they believe in. I've exposed all these lying ass elders that they believed in, and it pissed them off. But today, everyone sees Chief X has been right since his ass been on YouTube. I've been right about all these people. People need to apologize to Chief X immediately. Black Egypt debunked video, the final nail in the coffin. All them niggas talking that history. Dr. Ben, all them elders was lying about history, teaching revised history. If you ain't seen this video, you sleeping. I got 138 people listening to me right now, so let me take the opportunity to show something real quick. Right here. If you want some great history and some real shit, go watch that. I dropped this live stream, 13 days ago. It's called Black Egypt Debunk. Ancient Egyptians wasn't black. 3 hours of receipts after receipts after receipts, receipts after receipts, right here. It's the final nail in the coffin because I have 3 previous videos called Egypt Debunked. But I combined every goddamn thing and made this video. Almost 3,000 people seen it, and I've been challenging all these cats, telling Sonetta, but they scared to deal with this video. The entire conscious community is scared to death of these videos because then they'll have to admit all this shit these niggas been teaching has been wrong for decades. This is the video to watch and share everywhere. We're going to stop stealing other people's cultures and other people's histories, and we're going to be who the fuck we are, which is West and Central African descendants, who are now African Americans or Black Americans. We weren't the Egyptians. We were not the Moors. We're not the Native Americans. We're not no original Chinese. We're not none of that. We are sub-Saharan Africans from West and Central Africa who never left out of Africa because we were landlocked. That's our ancestors. Be proud of it. North Africa has never, ever, ever, ever been Black Africa. I know that's new to you guys, but North Africa has never been Black Africa. Egypt, ancient Egyptians was not black people. They were Caucasoids, and I don't mean white people. This video right here is straight fire. I just wanted to take the opportunity to promote this video. All right. He said tan Africa. Yeah, Morocco, Algeria, Tunisia, Libya, Egypt, all the way to West Asia, all the way to Canaan, Israel. All of them is the same people been coming in and out of there for 60,000 years. All them people been there for 60,000 years. Black folk have never been in them lands above the Sahara. I got $100 right now to anybody who can name an indigenous black tribe to North Africa. Nobody can't because we weren't there. We're sub-Saharan Africans. Stop listening to Imhotep on YouTube. Stop listening to these abos. Stop listening to all these idiots put pictures up and play picture games and mind games with you. Fuck all that. You watch that video, you'll see the light. Okay, so Wiggle Man said, "Gotta be one, right?" I think. Are you replying to my? No, it's not one. When I say indigenous to a land, like the Native Americans came into the entire Western Hemisphere, through Alaska to Canada, down to the United States, to Mexico, and on down to Brazil, which all of that makes up the Western Hemisphere, the New World. We from the Old World. So when the Old World, Europeans, Africans, whoever from the Old World came, it didn't matter. It didn't have to be whites. It could have been Africans. If they had to travel to the New World, which they didn't because they didn't have ships. They had canoes, just like the Native Americans. The Native Americans didn't get to Africa because they only had canoes, and a canoe can't make it across the Atlantic Ocean, right? They're not seafaring people. Native Americans and Africans, sub-Saharan Africans. North Africans were seafaring, weren't seafaring people. So when Native Americans came to the Western Hemisphere, they are considered indigenous to the Americas. Meaning you came to a place that was barren and empty, and you set up camp there, and your culture was born there. Meaning you're indigenous to those lands. Black folk ain't indigenous to the Americas. We're indigenous to sub-Saharan Africa or Western Central Africa. Now, I'm native to California. Native just means somewhere you were born. So I'm born in California, meaning I'm a native Californian. I'm a native Los Angelinos. Los Angeles. I'm a native Los Angelinos. I'm a native California because I was born here. But I'm not indigenous to California or Los Angeles. I'm indigenous to there, and we came here in a slave trade migration, basically. What the chat talking about before I continue? Yeah, so there's that. So okay, let me finish my statement. So Native Americans are indigenous there because a person is indigenous to a place where they migrated to an empty land in an ancient time period, and they kind of discover the land, and their culture is born there. So they're indigenous, right? There is no black, negroid, whatever term you want to use, congoid, africoid, nappy head people. There is no people like that indigenous to North Africa, Europe, the Caucasus, or West Asia, the Levant, the Near East, the Middle East. Black folk aren't indigenous to them lands at all, and we were is there's no indigenous black folk in North Africa that came out of North Africa, and nobody can name one. No Hebrew Israelite, although they claim to be from Canaan, and all them old lands, and all the Hebrew Israelites are wrong, and all these Egyptomaniacs are wrong. None of these people were indigenous to them lands. A. Womack says, no, we're not indigenous to Africa. She's part of the Abo crew or the Moorish crew who taught the Abos. Before there was Abos, we call them, as a nickname, the Aboriginal clique. they used to be the Moors teaching the same thing. Even, Moors aren't black though. This is yeah. So we're indigenous to sub-Saharan Africa. We were born here because our ancestors was brought here. Like I'm saying, I'm born in California, Los Angeles, but we're not indigenous to these lands. There were no nappy head people anywhere in the entire Western Hemisphere. I didn't just say them. There was no nappy head black folk in the entire Western Hemisphere, from Brazil to the Caribbean, United States, Canada, Alaska, anywhere prior to the Atlantic slave trade and prior to Columbus coming here. Not one. It's not our land. Oh, so I was saying, even if Africans did come here, they would have killed off the Native Americans because we brought old world diseases to the new world. And the majority of Native Americans died because Europeans came, they brought old world diseases to the new world, and they had no immunity to our old world diseases. It never was in their system. I have a video on here, Mac, sis, called 10 Reasons. Watch this. Real quick, and we're going to move on. Okay, here we go. I found it. Okay, here we go, right here. If you think we were in the Americas or black folk was in the Americas, you get $100 to answer one of these 10 questions. You should answer all 10, but you get $100 to answer one of these 10. It's called 10 Reasons Africans Never Traveled to the Americas. I tagged Taharka Bay, but his scary ass don't want to answer, and he's scared to death of me. I'm one nigga Taharka Bay won't fuck with. 10 Reasons Africans Never Traveled to Americas. If anyone thinks we did, anyone thinks we were in the New World, watch this video and answer just one of these 10 reasons, and you get $100. Okay, let me read a few comments. See, see, a woman, you have to listen to my wording. Listening comprehension is very important, sis. Just follow me. Your statement says African Americans are not from the motherland. That's a false statement. I guess most people would say we're the slave ships. I got a video showing and proving all the slave ships, all the former cargo ships, the history of them, who owned the ships, their itinerary, right? I mean, the cargo, the loads they carried, who was on this ship, list of all the people on this ship. Listen, I've got all this documented. So we are from the motherland, right? African Americans are not from the motherland. We were born here. Yes, we're born here. You're born here. We're Americans now because our ancestors. We've been here for 400 years. Okay, yeah, we were born here. This is what I meant. The tricky wording. You have to be careful. The only thing we share with Africans is DNA. That's DNA is the end all be all. Okay. I'm not saying that we're natives either. Of course, we're not natives. We originated in this land as African Americans. See, that's tricky words. African Americans originated in this land. Yeah, because we were born here. I'm saying our ancestors originated in Western Central Africa. Our ancestors originated in indigenous to Western Central Africa. We're just native here because we were born here. But our ancestors, prior to Christopher Columbus and the Atlantic slave trade, were from Western Central Africa. That's what I'm saying. I mean, this is not rocket science. Okay? This is why when you go to say the Amazon jungle in Brazil, when they find all these uncontacted tribes that has been there for thousands of years, when they found all 100% of all uncontacted tribes in Brazil in the Amazon, and they coming up out of there, they show them, they're on camera. There have never been any nappy head people ever seen coming out the Amazon jungle. They're all straight haired Native American types. No black folk has ever been seen coming out of the Amazon jungle because we were never there. That's one way you know. Them people you see coming up out that Amazon jungle who's considered uncontacted tribes that we have contact with now, none of them are Negroid. Ever. Okay, so maybe you do know what I'm saying. Okay. So answer them 10 questions and then you might get $100. Let me read a few comments. What's up, Donnie? All that shit on Tariq Nasheed's Hidden Colors videos, from one to the last video, all that shit is bullshit. All that shit is fake, revised history. It's bullshit. Tariq Nasheed don't know what the fuck he's talking about. And guess who he has on his shows? Guess who the scholars he has on his shows? It just clicked. People like Rissa Islam, frauds, who was just in court. He beat the case because they dismissed it. They only dismissed it because his mother passed and his mother was the main culprit. So the prosecution team have shit set in their arguments with the mother and him. So if the mother dies, they got to dismiss the case. Polight is in Tariq Nasheed's videos. There you go. If you guys want to believe Polight and Rissa Islam. All these uncredentialed people, Dr. Umar Johnson is in Hidden Colors. He got a video, Hidden Colors is full of fraudulent men talking. Umar, Rissa, Polight, and a few elders who's been lying for decades. All that shit is trash. Yeah, Jabari Osase's line, this video Black Egypt Debunked I made is dedicated to Jabari and the entire ASCAC organization, and they won't address it. They won't address it because it's some real shit. Let me just read some comments. Van Sertum, I had solid evidence. People, you guys must not be subscribed to my channel. Whoever this, I'm telling you. Look here. Let me do this. Hold on, y'all. Listen to Chief X.
It's a cool book, but it's outdated. But this is not the only reason why this book is on my retiree list.
Hold on.
Now,
See,
this book
let
is
me pause it. See this video I made 4 years ago? I didn't make this. I'm sorry. A brother named Classa Shabazz made it. We retired Ivan Van Sertima's book. They came before Columbus. It's 2023. A lot of that stuff they was talking was shit that would happen. They was talking before the genome was mapped. So they didn't have science on their side. So they were just speculating based off of some Olmec heads that they thought looked African, and so they just made a claim that we was here and that the Olmecs was African. It's a false claim. We retired this book a long time ago. You should go back and read it and watch this video. And this brother was showing all his books of where Ivan Van Sertima got his information. It's a great video. Also, right here,
As you see here.
this video is titled Ivan Van Sertima, Runoko Rashidi debunked for intellectual treason and lies. They got whole articles in a whole journal of some real Mesoamerican historians debunking everything Ivan Van Sertima taught. All that, it sounded good. It sounds good. But when you fact check that shit, it's false. Ivan Van Sertima and Runoko Rashidi was wrong. Watch that video. Um, Let me read a few more comments. Funny, a scent of Phoenix. uh, yeah, Wiggle Man, if you was born in Texas, you're a native Texan. Yep. See, people, a lot of times people confuse native and indigenous. Just look it up. You'll say, damn, I didn't know that. People, a lot of people said they didn't know that. Yeah. If, like, I'm a native Californian, I'm a native Los Angelinos because I was born here. Where you're born, that means where you're native to. Indigenous is a whole different meaning. That has to do with where your ancestors' origin is. That's right, Squally. Peace to you, A Womack. I don't mean to be getting on you, but you just said some things I need to clarify. So I don't have no issue with you, A Womack. Much love. There go indigenous black man who is always insulting me for no damn reason because I debunked a lot of his beliefs, so it bothers him and he's mad. Oh boy. Okay, so I wanted to play some of these clips of a lot of these charlatans I've exposed over the years, but it would just take entirely too damn long. So I showed them to you, and you can look them up yourself and watch them, right? So with the title I have here, Brother Polite pleads guilty tomorrow. Tomorrow's gonna be live stream crazy. It's gonna be crazy tomorrow at noon, starting on. People gonna be live streaming everywhere about Polite's plea that he's gonna do tomorrow, right? And I have King Simon, Queen of Full Blue, and Real Pill is silent because they know his history. They brought him into the community. They're part of his organization. They still haven't denounced him, and they know everything. They know about the young kids. Blue and Red Pill was in the goddamn music studio with Polite and Renan Tet when she was like 16 years old. How are you guys around this, watching these interactions and thinking otherwise? He's had this pattern for a long time. Don't let Garfield off the hook. Garfield has been supporting Polite until Polite pleaded guilty. Until he knew Polite was pleading to the felonies. Then he gonna flip. All these niggas try to remain cool up until now and not say nothing because they've been riding with Polite through all the scams, through everything I've shown you, everything they knew, all this old pattern, all these guys, Brother Aunt, Garfield, Blue and Red, all these people, Queen Afua, King Simon, all these people have been riding in the car with Polite. Half of them are still riding with him in hopes that if he get off, then Polite can see that we had his back while everybody else was clowning him, and we had his back. Therefore, we can be seen with Polite in videos, and we can get attention and views, you know what I mean? And we can still be down and kiki with Polite because we had his back all this time. This is what them niggas is doing. These niggas are so much clout chasers. They want to tell you that this 14-year-old girl is lying just so they can be next to Polite and do a video with the nigga. This is what it's all about. These are integrity issues. Now, hold on. Mixed Mogul, hold on. Now Red Blue Pill denounced him once the scamming gala. Nope. The videos and the exposing I've done on Polight was before Red Pill and Blue Pill denounced him for scamming. I've been on this nigga's head, and they know I've been on his head. I met Blue and Real Pill when they came to California. They come out here a lot to California. I remember I was doing volunteer work at a black hair show. You know how they have hair shows every year? They had a hair show, and I'm doing volunteer. I'm collecting money at the door. Here come Red Pill or Blue Pill. I don't know which one it was. Hey, what's up, Chief? You know what I mean? How much is it to get in? I said, don't trip, homie. I got you. I snuck the nigga in. He'll tell you. I snuck him in and he got in for free because I'm working the dough. Look, them niggas knew he been scamming from day one. What happened is, what was the reason why they came out? It got too much, and I think a friend of theirs got scammed. Don't quote me on that. But it got too much. And they was kind of getting implicated in shit. So they had to halfway come out. But here's the thing. When Red and Blue Pill denounced him and tried to put a coalition together to, put him out the community, Polite responded to them in a video the next day. And when Polite responded to them, he showed that they were fucking frauds. And then you seen people all in the chat. Yeah, I didn't get my shirt from Blue and Red Pill. Somebody else. Yeah, I didn't get my clothing. I didn't get this piece of jewelry from Blue and Red Pill. I paid. And they scamming came out. I keep telling you, all these niggas is a fraud. They all been jockeying for position to see who's the baddest fraud. I'm a better scammer than you. I want more attention than you because I scam better. These niggas is all competing to see who's the best fraud and scammer is. They're all students of Dr. Sebi. Blue and red pill, Southern Gold Water. I was showing you. All these niggas acting like they can cure all your diseases. They're all frauds. Ali Muhammad, blue and red pill, KT the arch degree, Brother Polight. These are all Dr. Sebi students and clones. They're all students of Afua. They're all frauds. No, I'm biased. Listen to what I'm telling you, I'm biased. I'm telling you, I'm biased. Listen, they did not have real products. Half the I would be on the at the beginning of this shit. I said people were paying almost $100 because blue and red pill is Southern Gold Water. It's some fucking tap water that they claim is gold water and selling it for $100 or $50 or whatever. 2 ounces of tap water. It's on the video right here. Let me just show you the video one time so people can go back and look. Right here, called Charlatans, Frauds, and Red Pill and its Gold Water. I went through their entire website, showing and proving.
That's how you're supposed to get this kind of gold water. You prepare the waters by boiling pure gold, silver, or copper with water, and then you strain it. It recommends taking 2 teaspoons of this water daily for maximum benefits. This could possibly work. So you post.
Let me see how much.
Remember that when you hear ionized water, site they're selling gold water for 2 ounces of it for $44. If that's not a scam, I don't know what the fuck is. 2 ounces of fucking tap water, what it is, probably. Now, so then came out lying our standard 2-ounce glass gold bottle of colloidal gold water suspended in ionized water. Ionized water actually is the same thing as saying alkaline water, because alkaline water comes out of an ionizer.
I told you all this alkaline water bullshit, gold water, colloidal water. Oh, this is a bunch of scam talk. These niggas know it. 2 ounces for $44? Man.
So remember that when you hear ionized water, they all teach the same old bullshit lies. Coral calcium.
I broke down alkaline acid theory. I broke down all the science to this. Is right here on this video, y'all.
Or alkaline water that is supposed to neutralize acid in your blood.
I broke all this down. I showed all the health information right here. I mean, like, I'm thorough.
It's snake oil on tap. Okay? Stop buying it and wasting your money enriching these countries. You spending an extra $2 for some fake ass water.
Let me I'm just skipping forward in the video. This shit is off their website. Now, I think a couple people changed the website name because I was on their ass.
Let's talk. Drink this. This might help cure this tumor you got. Because gold water and this gold, silver and talk was an ancient superstition supposed to cure for tumor and cancers. This is what blue pill, red pill, inky, Polight, KT arch degree are telling you. They're trying to tell you they got the cure for cancer. That's what the fuck this is for, y'all.
Okay. Them niggas been running health scams forever. Queen Afua health scams forever. All that shit they sell is trash. I'm gonna tell you something real. You don't need a herb ever in your life. I used to sell moringa. You know how real I am? Fuck moringa. Moringa's an overrated health fad. That's how real I am. You guys don't even see me. And I was a Moringa salesman. It still sells. I got it in the store. I get a check every month, every store. The motherfuckers want it, but I don't really promote it on my website. My website is even shut down. It used to be called bodyandherbs.com. It's closed. That's how real I am. I just couldn't keep pushing something that's and making up the. Because I thought it was real initially. I don't even sell that no more. But I do sell it in the stores in a health food store. And every month I bring. Matter of fact, I got to go up there and restock the shelves now. Man, look. Yeah. See, I don't know if you was here, Stay Strapped, but at the beginning of this video, I said Queen Afua telling these women that they don't need a man, and I told people 80% of the people, these women who follow Queen Afua, are a bunch of chakra princesses and single women with children who mostly kicked all their men to the curb, and they be on this man hate fucking gender war bullshit. Erica Badu, single as fuck. Can't keep a fucking man. All these, man, look. They just miseducating a generation of people. Making a generation of people embrace pseudoscience. That's all this shit is pseudoscience. Yeah, water or food can't change your pH, bro. All that shit they taught was lies. They still teach that. Matter of fact, this, matter of fact, you guys ever see Dr. Sebi's grandson? He was on the Breakfast Club. He's around, floating around. After Sebi died, some of his family members and shit get to selling his shit and trying to make money. Soon as Sebi died, Ali Muhammad and all these other people start popping up, acting like they were a super healer now and trying to take Sebi's place because he was and fill the void. Man, y'all hadn't been paying attention. Look here, Dr. Sebi's grandson. It's a tall dude. You seen him on the Breakfast Club. I know him. He's from Los Angeles, right in the hood where I'm from. I used to be his weed man. Everybody know I sell weed. I've been selling cannabis. I'm in the cannabis industry. I used to be Dr. Sebi's grandson's weed man out here. This nigga didn't have a car, and he used to walk 3 blocks to my apartment building to buy weed. So I come out here and sell him some weed. You know, you motherfucker might want a $20 bag of weed. He always came bullshitting. I said, his whole family's full of shit. This nigga come with $16 and shit. Oh man, I'm a few dollars short. Chief Kenya, I'm a few dollars short. All the time, it's always drama. Oh man, let me get an eighth. Man, I got $39. Man, let me get an eight. Always some nonsense with Dr. Sebi's grandson when he's coming by. Always scamming, saying he got the money, but when he get there, he's $2 and $3 short. It's fucking crazy. So I moved from Inglewood. Matter of fact, I'm sorry. It was in Inglewood where I lived and where he lived. I eventually moved from Inglewood and moved to Los Angeles, right? So I'm going to the post office every day because people know what I do. I mail shit for a living, right? To my customers. And here he is going to the post office because he's mailed shit. He's mailed Sebi products out to people because he kind of took over Sebi's business, him and his family. So we're at the post office and we cross each other's paths sometimes at the post office. So one day he's in line and I'm in line behind him. The nigga's like 6'2". You know, I'm cocky. I'm 5'6". I think I can fight and whoop 6-foot niggas, which I can. So I'm in line with the nigga. I'm behind the line, and I said, "What you mailing out today?" And he got to talking about, "Yeah, I'm mailing Dr. Sebi." I said, "Them products, you think them products work?" And me and Dr. Sebi's grandson got into an argument in line at the post office. I said, a lot of that shit is fraudulent, man. I just think ain't nobody really healed nobody. You can't cure. And we got into a health conversation and an argument in the post office. We got so loud that the postal clerk said, hey, y'all, take that shit outside. You know, I get passionate. I wanted to fight in the post office. They say, take that shit outside. I said, I'm sorry, y'all. And we piped it down a little bit, and then he got in line, and we was arguing. He turning around arguing with me. I'm saying, yeah, whatever, nigga, fuck that bullshit. And we have a full-blown argument in the post office in public. I'm embarrassed about the shit. Now, he went on left. I was ready to stand off with that nigga and square off in the post office. Shit was crazy. So here it is. I see his ass on a Breakfast Club. The only thing I can do is this. They didn't let this nigga on the Breakfast Club. Crazy. What? Oh shit! She stole Phil Valentine's Sacred Woman shit. Speaking of that, Phil Valentine's called her on this shit, right? I didn't know about it and in this other shit. But the people be acting like these people are all spiritual and shit. They just here to take your money. Hold on, let's just right here, this video right here. Let me see where it's at. Hold on. I didn't show y'all this. Hold on. Wait a minute. This video right here. What I call cycle. Hold on. This one right here. Let me let you see the title. Maybe you can go look at it. I said, does Erica Badu and Queen Afua negatively impact, I think it's black women? Go check that video out. I posted that 2 years ago. 1,000 people seen it. I mean, I love Erica Badu and her music, but Erica Badu got mental health problems. She believes all this quackery out here. She's a hardcore chakra princess. Crazy. So yeah. So I just wanted to come up here and talk some shit. I gotta go see my dad. My dad had a acute stroke and uremia, right? I didn't know about uremia until this latest incident. So a week ago, my dad had an acute stroke and he's been in the hospital. But miraculously, he's been recovering. The first 3 days, he couldn't speak or was kind of like unresponsive. And we found out that our dad, he wasn't answering his phone and he didn't call my younger sister on her birthday. So we knew when my dad, because he lived alone, when he didn't call my little sister on her birthday, we knew for sure it was a problem because that's rare. And my brother and his wife went over to my dad's house and we was gonna have the sheriff bust down the door, but somehow the landlord found out and opened the door for him. And my dad was in there laid down, unresponsive on his back in the bed. And we figured he must have been there for about 5 days. Can you imagine? 5 days laid up in the house, unresponsive. So he was seriously dehydrated. Hadn't eaten in 5 days. We rushed him to the hospital. They got him on the liquids in the IV. They had to put a feeding tube in him because he couldn't eat and he was just unresponsive for a few days. Third day after that, them electrolytes start kicking in and the feeding tube and him just getting some help. You know what I mean? He started moving and now he talks, but it's a mumble. He can look around and move around now, and he can even laugh and hear and comprehend now, right? So I didn't tell my YouTube followers this. My Facebook friends know. But yeah, my dad had a tragedy, and it's just a family tragedy. Funny thing is, things like that bring the family together, right? Me and my brother, who's only a year and 3 days, we're not on speaking terms for about a year and a half. We back cool again. Because this incident brought the family together and we've been going up there every day. And my brother and his wife has been amazing, right? And luckily, I have professionals in my family, right? My brother's wife has been at the hospital every day helping the nurses, and she is a RN. My little sister is a registered nurse, right? And they've been putting their nurses' heads together in my dad's room, doing his feet, giving him manicures, and helping him trip thing at it. I have a family full of professionals. So this is why I be like, these niggas is anti-science. Even my niece, which is my brother's daughter, she has a master's degree in speech therapy. And she just so happens to be employed working with stroke victims or anyone who has a problem with speech or a health problem. Anyone she's a speech therapist, so she works with stroke victims in recovery. Just so happened, right? So we got two nurses. We got my niece who's a speech therapist. So we got like aftercare and post hospital care covered, right? And it's a good thing. You know what I mean? So my dad is recovering now. His vitals are good. His blood pressure is down. But it was a big scare. We thought he was gonna pass away. So but it's all good now. It's all good now, getting better. So I'm gonna get up out of here. You know what? Let me do this. I'm gonna. Thanks, Donnie. Thanks to y'all who's wishing my daddy well. Thanks for all your prayers. Yeah, pray for my daddy, right? And hope he has a a amazing recovery. See, so your family has a history in science. How did I become pseudo? I was never pseudo. I'm just saying I believed a lot of the information in the conscious community. I'm part of the conscious community, right? You know what I mean? So when I got these ancient Egyptian tattoos and artwork, right? Look at that arm. Bam. When I got all these artworks, I believed that history at this time. It was just the influences I had, right? It was just the influences I had. But I was like never into any pseudoscience per se. Now I may had some wrong ideas about history, but I was never into pseudoscience. I was always science based, right? Thanks, RBG Ra Kim. Mad scientist, are you serious or joking? Mad scientist, you must not be subscribed to me. Suge is my enemy. I just exposed him. Suge was just involved in child molestation and grooming a child. The nigga's a piece of shit. But scroll my page, right? I just exposed him. I exposed him on his book and his health in one video behind. I exposed him for grooming. He sent me a cease and desist letter. I got the video showing me burning it up in a skillet. And now look all over the YouTube. Suge is called on all kind of molestation, grooming girl charges. He admitted to dating a 15-year-old when he was 19 and having a baby by a 15-year-old. With a 15-year-old had a baby by him when he was 19. I would never have him as a guest. See, y'all gotta stop listening to these fucking fuck boys, cause you end up falling for them and believing them. Sugar's an idiot, a predator, and has serious bad behavior. Mad scientist. I don't know if you knew this, but maybe some of y'all just need to take the time out and scroll my motherfucking content. Fuck these latest videos and shit. Just go back and scroll my content for years. It's jewels everywhere. Yes, A Womack. We all used to believe some crazy shit until we have to wake up. So some of us wake up before others. So I woke up a lot of times. So when I wake up, I'll share the information that woke me up, so you guys can wake up. I love y'all. So I don't. My whole purpose of exposing all these charlatans and exposing fake and revised history is for one reason: so we can stop looking ignorant and uneducated on the world stage. You got white folk, Asian folk, Mexican folk, Samoan folk, people all around the world looking at African Americans and shaking their head. I don't like that. I don't like us having a bad rep. So I'm trying to clean things up. I'm trying to remodel the community, right? Hold on, watch this. Let me show you how real I am. Hold up. Hold on, watch this, and then we're gonna pretty much get out of here. But I did. Let me put the link. I don't know if somebody got something to say, but there go the link. So let's do this. 'Oops. Let's do this real quick. One second, y'all. One second. Now, before Polite situation, I was getting fed up with a lot of the fake history and a lot of the bullshit. So I made this. I said I'm gonna go in on these pseudos and these people teaching fake history and these frauds, and I'm gonna remodel the conscious community, right? And as soon as I made that video, Young Pharaoh get to falling off, Polite get to falling off, niggas is in court going to jail, RZA going, all kind of shit going crazy. People changing now. People don't believe in Black Egypt. I'm put a poll up, and 60% of the people don't believe in a Black Egypt now. When before that it was 100%. So watch.
The
I made this 2 years ago before all the Polite drama.
entire
The entire conscious community will be torn down and remodeled. From Sheikh Anta Diop to Dr. Ben, all the way down to the craziest young pharaoh. A lot of people will be in their feelings in 2021. They will be in their feelings more than they've been in their feelings at any time. I'm tearing it all down and remodeling it because it has mold in all the walls. And it's no good anymore. We're rebuilding it on truth. The entire conscious community and its teachings have been a sham for 40 years. Strap on your seatbelt. Get ready. A lot of niggas gonna be in their feelings. And I'm Chief X. I'm the Cyber Village Chief. And you the frontline worker. I lay down the law.
That was a day. Well, I was just in a clowning mood that time. So that was the day I sat out to go really hard and debunk a lot of this bullshit y'all believe and tear it all down. You see, I said from such and such all the way down to Young Pharaoh. Look at Young Pharaoh and Polight now. All these niggas then fell from grace. Yeah, I've never faltered. A lot of people owe me apologies. Damn, Class of Shabazz, I sure would have loved you to jump on, bro. I did put the link in the chat, but you know, man, I'm gonna go ahead and shut this live stream down. Um, Hold on. Hey, mom, where you at? You left? I thought you guys were going to the hospital. Yeah, that's right. I was waiting on y'all. I was gonna meet y'all there. Uh, okay, so, uh, oh damn, so she's gonna drive from Man's way to you? Okay, okay. So I just want to know, when are you guys going to the hospital? Okay, so okay, so you guys. Okay, so okay, so I'm ending my live stream. I'm gonna call you in 5 minutes. 5 minutes. I'm gonna call you, mom. Yes, yes. I'll call you in 5 minutes, mom. Okay. All right, yeah, that's my mom. OG Jesus, that was my mom. OG Jesus Price, what's happening with you, man?
Jesus Christ. What's happening?
Good to see you, man. You got something you
What
want to
up?
add on to this fiasco?
Um, um, am I having an echo? Because I don't have no plugs in
No,
or nothing.
I can hear you well.
Well, you've been doing it for years, man. I've been following you for years, you know. Um, you a straight up guy, you know. I'd order products from you, got them on time, hit you personally, hit you personally, and got them on time. I swear for my life, you know. And I'm not a religious person, you know. My name is actually a moniker, you know. But anyway, but no, man, you've been doing this for a long time, man. Way before everybody else, you heard. And so I can't do nothing but salute you, you know. Um, I stopped listening to HOK back when Young Pharaoh talk about Astro Play. I'm like, son, that just got anybody up here. And I'm not used to scholars because I had a little college. I did a little college in like 2.5 years. I never just saw them bring in anybody who could talk. Now you might have a difference, but if you just wacko out of there, no, you can't come here. I don't know. Am I mistaken, or is that your experience? Have
You,
you had?
you're totally right. They're not gonna bring nobody in to miseducate anybody.
Right. I understand about a different ideology, but when you talk about space travel and man, I, I mean, it's so sick. I mean, and then you could just eat foods that we can't get in America. So you got to order from these guys because they got the specialty. Mix and match all the ingredients, and it absolves you of all ailments and disease. This is ridiculous. It's totally ridiculous. So I just want to come on, show my face to you, because I'm gonna tell you, you was righteous with me. You was right with me, because I like them. I like them. I gotta come up with them little edibles, them little pill ones. I like
Yeah, you
them.
can. You can. I'm open over here. You can say
Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
like them little gel caps.
Yeah, yeah, but I don't really do herb or nothing. I don't really drink them, but then would calm me down a little bit. But salute to you, Chief. You know what I mean? Um, you've been straight as far as I know,
Yeah, I try to do
and
good business.
I know you were Ankh into it, but I kind of like Ankh. I gotta give it. I like what he's doing about being scientifically literate. That's my point. Now the other thing, eh, okay.
I
So
got you.
salute to you, Chief.
I
Jesus
I
Christ.
I appreciate you, Jesus Christ, and appreciate all your words, bro.
One love.
I try to do right. I try to do
Okay.
correct business with people. I'm sitting here
Oh, you
now.
do?
I'm sitting here now like, oh shit, I got to get these people out products out. Let me get to the post office. I'll be
Hmm.
scared somebody may call me out. You know what I mean? So I make sure I get everybody's shit out on
No,
time.
I'm proof in the pudding. I'm proof in the pudding. And I hit you personally. You know what I mean?
You
And I
sure
only
did.
hit you one time. I only hit you one time. You
And
said, "What's your address? Send me the information."
yeah,
Boop. That's all I did.
feel free to call me or hit me up anytime you like, bro.
One love.
One love, man. All right, all right. Wait a minute. Hey, Womack. Womack, did you say Sonet is a journalist? Maybe I missed some comments. Yeah, but Sonet is not a journalist. Sonet is a YouTuber. He just he does he YouTubes. I mean, that's what that is. Thank you, Abistide. You said them chocolates are fire. I don't know if y'all know, but I sell cannabis items. All things cannabis. You know, whether it's the flower, whether it's edibles, gel caps, anything related. Um, I also sell distillate. A lot of people don't know what distillate is. Look up distillate. Distillate is used to manufacture cannabis items. Instead of they don't use canna butter really much anymore. Distillate. The profit margin is crazy sick. I got a sister who buys $1,000 worth of distillate, and she makes hard candy like lollipops and little Jolly Ranchers, and she buys the molds and all that old stuff, right? Hey, what's up, bro? And she buys the molds and all
Hey,
that, and she
how you
makes
doing,
all.
Mr. Chief X?
Let me just finish this story.
Oh,
And
sorry.
she makes all candy with it, and profits 19,000 off of spending $1,000. She sell all them lollipops, and she make $20,000. People, I'm trying to tell folk, you better holler at me. Matter of fact, let me put my email here. What's up, bro?
Hey, how you doing, Mr. Chief?
All right, and you?
Yeah, I'm all right. I just had a quick question. I just wanted to come on here and pick your brain for a quick second. I wanted to know like what can we do about people like Umar Johnson and things like that? Because I think they leave the black community astray. You know, with all
Yeah. So you had a question about Umar. What should we do?
yeah. I was wondering.
Yeah. So a lot of
Oh
people don't speak up on Umar a lot. I tell you this. I was the first person to expose Umar Johnson. Did you know that?
no, I didn't know that.
What's your name, brother?
Tracy Jones.
Okay, Tracy Jones. Yeah. I was the first person to expose Umar Johnson, right? And
Dang.
people are like, oh, Chihuahua. When Umar, I'm talking about this was like 9 years ago, right? See, I'm a former realtor. So when Umar Johnson was talking about buying St. Paul's College, this is when he was kind of new. He was talking about buying St. Paul's College in Virginia, right, and turn it into a what do you like a living? What do they call them? A boarding school, basically, right?
Mm-hmm.
So not only was I a realtor, I was a youth counselor for years, for a decade, right?
Yeah.
I worked with at-risk kids. Started off at group homes, eventually worked at a children's court, worked for Vista Del Mar Child and Family Services. And I knew, whether the community knew or not, because they didn't work in the field, you cannot have no boarding care school and no kids living overnight. And he was talking about getting them from disadvantaged communities or group.
Yeah, he
You
was.
cannot have that without the state, the city, and the feds in your business. So I knew, whether the community knew or not, is a bunch of bullshit and fast talking going on because
Yeah.
you can't pull off no goddamn boarding school.
Man, it's just ridiculous. I don't instead
and,
of,
and, and- but let me finish the story.
oh
And be
sorry.
on your own and just run it how you want to run it and do what the fuck you want without help. No, no, no. These kids, you talking about boarding school? I can see if you had some day center or you just teaching and kid, but you're talking about a boarding school. That means the Fed, state, and everybody. And these kids who are wards of the state, these kids who are ward of the state, you have to answer to who's over them. Then I said, that sounds good. So one day I ended up calling a realtor, and it was a Jewish man who was selling St. Paul College. And we talked, had some real estate talk, and I asked him about Umar Johnson. He said all Umar Johnson did was come down here and make a YouTube video, and he didn't really talk to me. He
Mm.
made the YouTube video on the canvas and walked around saying what he wanted to do, and he bounced. I said,
Yeah.
oh, really? I said, he didn't give you like a good faith estimate or nothing? And no. So what that is if a person's serious about buying some property, they put $5,000, $10,000 in escrow to hold it so you guys can talk
Yeah.
business, and that shows that you're at least somehow serious. He never did that. I knew it was a fraud. I went immediately, ran and made a Facebook video, and this shit started going viral. And
Yeah.
everybody, about 90% of the people still believed in Umar at this time.
And
Oh,
that's what I don't
my
understand.
friends was like, take the video down, Chief X, you tripping. Oh, man. So I respected my friends and I took the video down. That video would have millions of views if I left it up. So that was my first time exposing him, and nobody knew, and that kind of brought light to everybody to start looking at him in a certain way.
I appreciate you doing that, and I look back on a lot of those videos that you did for. But instead of this man, telling black folk, to work hard, do good in school, and do the right thing, at all times, he's just giving this straight victim mentality, man. And he's been doing it forever, forever, man. And I just found out, man, he been collecting on that school since I think before 2010.
Yeah, 2010 is when he began donations, collecting donations.
That's
And if you think
crazy. And
about it,
people still haven't caught on.
it's 2023. That means it's going on 2 decades now, almost.
Yeah,
The second decade of donations, and niggas still confused. Like,
that's blowing my mind right now. You know, and I just don't understand why in the world, the blacks don't wake up to something like that. And I just, it kind of pains me, to see this kind of, spiral. I mean, he's still relevant today, and I just don't understand it. You know,
it's
I
crazy.
wish we could do something about it. That's what I
See,
wish we could do.
people love the victimhood talk. So, like, I've told people all the time. Uh, I don't know what's wrong with people's listening comprehension. I sit back and listen to Umar, and he's a brilliant, bright man. Just like Dr. York was a brilliant, bright man. But what
Yeah,
happens is these people misuse their gift. They're gifted and they misuse their gift for evil. You get what I'm saying? That's what it is. Not saying these men ain't bright. So Dr.
yeah.
Umar knows he's preying on people and uneducated people. So when Dr. Umar lectures me working with kids, and him used to talk all these kids don't need no meds and to
All
get
the
these
time.
kids off meds, and I'm like, huh, bro? I used to work at a level with level 14 kids. All these kids are on meds. These are the kids you got to take down to the floor. And you have four staff, one on each leg and one on each arm. And these kids are bad kids. They're
Yeah, I
so
believe
bad
it.
they can't be at group homes. They can't be in foster care because they're too mentally disturbed. For real.
Yeah,
They'll spit. They'll break the windows out of your home. You have to have them at a treatment facility, and they had staff 24/7. It was a locked unit. It's not jail, but it's a locked unit. When they go shopping, they have staff with them. Everything. When they're in school, there's staff in the classroom, and we monitoring these kids as a youth counselor, and they on meds. People
yeah,
have real mental problems. There are real crack babies who came out fucked up mentally. And there are some kids who literally need meds or they'll go crazy. That
yeah,
white kid that shot up the church and killed them niggas,
yeah.
he was on med. He was off his meds and
That's one of
shot
them.
up a bunch of niggas at church. Meds
You
is
talking about
crucial
you
for
talking
some
about
of these
Dylan
kids.
Roof, ain't it?
Dylan Roof.
Yeah,
Meds is crucial for some of these kids or they'll snap. So
big time.
people, Umar don't know what the fuck he's talking about
He don't
because
know a
he's never
damn thing when
worked
it
with
comes to
kids in
that.
his life. He just went to school, but he never actually worked with kids. So I'm telling you, bro, we did it. We should do experiments in this facility. Some kids would be like, I don't want my meds. I'm not taking my meds and refuse. We can't force them and stick the meds down their mouth, but we just observe their behavior for the next few days. And lo and behold, here come the third day, and they snapping, going crazy. We got to take them down to the floor, and then we got to throw them in a padded room and lock the door until a
Mhm.
nurse come and give them a shot, and they calm down.
Man,
So
that's a
these
lot
niggas,
to deal
if
with.
you
I can
don't know what
imagine.
these, if you've never worked with bad kids, you wouldn't even understand how meds is, their need
Yeah,
for
I don't
meds.
understand that kind of. No, I'm not even. Man, shoot, I got a child with ADD and I got another one with ADHD, but shit, I don't got to deal with nothing like that.
Yeah, it's
You
some
know,
real shit. It's some real mental problems with these kids. It's not just no joke.
I wish, but before I go, man, I just wish, man, he would spend more time being more productive. With something more positive for the black community instead of all that garbage, man. I think we had enough of that foolishness, man. But I appreciate you, filling us in with a lot of this information, and it really helped me, to catch on to a lot of his malarkey.
I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you coming on and sharing that.
Thank you, Chief X. You have a good day.
You too, Tracy Jones. We have Gilly with the Hanafudas. How you pronounce that, sis?
It's Jelly with the Hanafuda earrings. Can you hear me okay?
Jelly, I like that. Hey, Jelly.
Hey,
That name kind of moves me, Jelly.
yeah, you're not the first person to say that, but I appreciate it. But yeah, so first, thank you for letting me up. I've been in and out of your page for several years and kind of spectated on your content over so. I just really quickly wanted to ask, like, with the hearing tomorrow. Um, so two things. So I think that there's going to be a lot of commentary after Polite's hearing tomorrow. I just want to get, if you had to guess what he was going to plead to, what would be those charges?
Okay, so I'm glad you asked. So you missed the video I did about that, right?
I must have then, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So like, was it 3 days ago or 4 days ago? I did a video specifically on your question. I said this is my prediction on what he's going to plead to and how much time he's going to get. It was about an hour video. You should check it out. So
Okay.
I think, just from what I know, because I used to work at courthouses and shit like that, and just from my wisdom, he has 4 felonies and a misdemeanor.
Correct, yeah.
The judge says he's will be pleading on the 7th to some of the charges, right? So, and it requires incarceration, and he
Right.
has to surrender himself. So that already eliminated it just being the misdemeanor. If he was just to
True.
plead to the misdemeanor, he wouldn't be incarcerated or do jail time. Not with a high power lawyer, he would do some probation or whatever, and and not do jail time. So it has to be at least one of the felonies or two of the felonies. You understand what I'm saying?
I got you. I
Okay.
follow.
So I think with the high power attorney he had that cost probably $200,000, that he's going to plead to one of the felonies and the misdemeanor, and each felony carries up to 15 years.
Right.
So if you're
Yep.
talking about 4 felonies and each one is 15 years, that's what, like 60 years possible if they just wanted to go extreme. So I think since he'll plea, they're going to probably give him max on one felony and let the other 3 felonies go, which he'll probably be get sentenced to 15 years in my opinion.
Okay.
That's what I think.
Okay.
Or I'm thinking he may do the minimum on each felony, which probably would be 2 or 3 years. So just say he done, let's go lowball. The minimum is 2 years.
hmm
So let's say 2 years times 4 felonies, that's 8 years. So I don't think he's going to do no less than 8. I think he'll get 15.
Yeah, I kind of have to agree with that. I did some content myself the other night. We probably were live streaming together. It's probably why I missed it. And so I think that he's going to plead to counts 3 through 5. Um, I don't think he's going to necessarily plead to the two loot and lascivious charges, counts 1 and 2. But 3 through 5, I think he has to plead to, only because those charges run like congruent. Like you can't have one without the other,
Right,
right?
right.
So
Yep,
yeah, I just wanted to see like what your opinion was, but I think we're like on the same accord.
right. So like I think the 3 through 5, one of them is lewd and lascivious exhibition,
Exhibition,
right?
yep.
Which doesn't mean you.
Delinquency.
Yeah, that's one of
hmm
them. So that'll probably be one he'll plead to. And I think they may max that one out. If they max that one out, it's 15 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's exhibition, lewd and lascivious conduct, and lewd lascivious exhibition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So
check that video out, and I'll break it real down.
but yeah, thank you for doing this stream. I appreciate you kind of going through a lot of the stuff that I think folks that have been around for so long already know, but kind of recapping that for the folks that are just kind of entering this space within the last few years, or especially those that are entering because of Polite. I think it's really important that we keep reminding people why talking about cases like this are really important, and also kind of talking about what we can do to curb this sort of, to me, what seems to be an epidemic amongst these folks. But other than that, one other question I did want to ask you, then I'll let you go. Did you ever hear about the case with this guy? I think his name was Pata Tahuti.
Oh shit.
And his affiliation with the pills, and how he didn't even get arrested. I think he turned himself in, and this is coming out of my state where I'm at.
Delaware.
Yep, coming out of my state. And same thing happened. He got with this girl. They were supposedly the power couple in like the numerology and herbalist type of community or astrology community. Comes to find out he was assaulting the daughter. And I think at the time she was 9 years old. So
Yes.
these are things that keep happening in this community
Did you see
over
my
and over
video? Did you
again.
see my video on him?
I watched some of it. It was a while ago, so I can't really remember what was all said. But yeah, I was livid.
Yeah. So just so the community knows, another friend of Blue and Red Pills, Pata Tahuti. Is it Tahuti Pata or Pata Tahuti? I'm not sure.
It's one of the it's
It's
which
one of
but
them.
yeah.
But people know Pata Tahuti. He was also on Side Netters one time before. He's a rapper, right? So I knew him from RBG days. I used to go to RBG Family Weekend in Texas every year, right? You heard about that?
Yeah, I heard about it.
So a lot of the rappers who rap RBGs used to go,
Hmm.
and I remember we had an itinerary for 3 days, and one was an award show for music and performances and shit. And I actually gave Tahuti Pata an award for the best rap song of the year.
I think I remember that vaguely. I think
It's funny. So come to find out, some 7 years later, he gets arrested, turned himself in, what have you, for out of Delaware for messing with his girlfriend's 9-year-old daughter. And I think he actually did something, literally. Um, and he's been arrested. He's still locked up right now, and he's been locked up for about a year now, a year and a half.
yeah, I think it's been a year
I'm
and a
not sure.
half. Yeah.
So I did some more research on him, and I perused his Instagram. Come to see
Did you
this. Oh my
see?
God! Have you seen his Instagram?
Yes.
This dude,
Oh my God.
this dude is friends with and follows at least 100 underage girls.
All children, all
I couldn't
young little
believe
black
how people
babies.
who are his friends didn't know this. This is what I'm saying. This is to be some strange shit. How you down with this cat? You don't know. I'm not even his friends. I had to request follow his thing on Instagram. I just went through Instagram. Look, girls in Africa, girls in America. All these are teeny little girls, petite girls, underage girls. At least 100 of them. It's crazy. And these are not people who follow him. These are little minors that he follows. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was really terrible. And I think what kind of triggered me more than anything is that as I looked through who he was following, a lot of these young girls were coming like their accounts were from Africa, right?
Mm,
So there was a toss up between like girls here in the state, which you can kind of tell obviously by like because I let alone did I look at the accounts, but I also looked at their accounts and the content that they were posting, and a lot of these girls are like part of like step teams or cheerleaders or part of little marching groups or whatever like that, or they have dance videos, which every child is doing, which for better or for worse is a different conversation. But then I started noticing like a lot of these girls, like in their background, you could very clearly tell that they were not from the US.
right.
And it was like listening to some of his content, and the crazy part is I know people that he did business with at one point, when I think he had a book or something that came out, and like years later after kind of circling back and talking about it and talking about like how did nobody see this?
It's
How like
crazy.
how did no one see this coming? And like it was just shocking to me, but like I just wanted to bring that up to just kind of reaffirm your point that this has been happening.
It's funny it comes from this same clique of pseudo community. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and,
Because Vatatu got a book on tantric sex.
yeah.
I'm like, what are you? I said, any man. Now, women argue, but any man that got a book on tantric sex and he pushes astrology is trying to cater to women and tantric sex and all this. So, I mean, come on, man.
Crazy. It's really crazy. And then to also point out that when it came to Pata Tahuti, like because I think they caught him in the house with the girl as well, like the day that they pulled up on him. I don't know if anything happened that particular day, but I know that he was caught in the house, and I think he turned himself in like immediately right after. Um, that he was the only one that you know to me, like, cause I don't know if you remember that whole the Pills brothers when they did that video where they were doing that whole tribunal and
Yeah.
we're getting the elders together and we're gonna call out the scamming. Now, mind you, this was all around the same time that Polite and Sonetta were beefing and the whole Renentet was coming. Like, so it wasn't even about that. It was about the scams.
Right.
But when it comes to this Patah Tahuti guy, like they wanted to do like this apology via a live stream with like a couple of the victim's mother's friends and say how they denounce this guy, which like I don't understand how you just can't be clear. Like we can't like just denounce one thing from one person when they're alleged to have done many things, right? Not just one set of crimes against the community. But then when it comes to this guy, like you have the whole smoke show for him. Like, and to me, it kind of points to that, like, they don't want to like stir the pot when they don't have to. And I just I can't get with that.
How you doing, Davita?
Peace and blessings to all of you. Hmm.
Peace and blessings.
Peace, peace. I'm going to go. I'm going to drop down.
Okay,
Peace.
Jelly, I appreciate you coming on. Can you sing, Jelly?
Not really, no.
Okay, you had that nice, smooth voice. Sound like you can just sing.
Thank
All right,
you.
sweetie.
I'm going.
All
Peace.
right.
My friend Tolliver Burns on Instagram sent me your link about Brother Polite being found guilty, and all I could say is the chickens has come home to roost.
Yes, ma'am. I love
He's
Tolliver. That's my homie.
okay.
He one of my favorite customers.
Awesome. Salute to him. You know, I tried to give Polite a break years ago, but even back in the 2010s era, when him and Sonetta was just gooping the people with getting people to drink their Kool-Aid, I seen through him then. So I'm glad that he's getting this now. You know, because I remember when he was exposed, when they exposed his real government name, and a lot of people felt that he was bought and paid for to scam on black people, and also this pedophile stuff as well with little girls too.
Yeah,
I think he's in that circle with them, and it's proven that
yeah. It's crazy out here, Davita.
it is.
It's predators out here. We had as men, we're supposed to be protectors of women and children, and it's like we have to call this shit out, right?
Yes, right. We got to call it out because I was a little girl too. So it wasn't, it was very hush hush during my growing days, but it shouldn't be hush hush now. A lot of girls need help.
Yeah.
They're being, and a lot of these women, they're allowing this to go on. I don't believe he the only one that played a role in this. I believe his wife is involved with this too.
Thank you, Davita. People, thank you for saying that. Yeah, his wife is just as evil and complicit and knows everything and has been down with everything.
Everything. Even from the day she was on that house of consciousness with him, with her afro, acting like she was down for a cause.
Check this out. When Polite claimed to have this police abuse case in LA and he had this big old thing and they got abused and shit. So I went to the police station when they had this press conference with attorney Malik Sabaz. And I was there. So Renan Tet was walking around um, with a bunch in. They hang in Hollywood. So
Hmm.
she had a gay friend up here. This boy looked like some kind of little dyke girl. I mean, they have a friend base in Hollywood of these gay youngsters. And
Hmm.
I'm watching Amonette walk around with these tight jeans. Amonette's fine as hell to me. Let me just be honest about that. And I'm watching her walk around, and I said to myself, they not faithful to Polite. I think Amonette, I think the other wife, they all have dudes on the side that they see.
Hmm.
I can just tell just the way they move and the way they act. And I said, Renintet, who's an adult now, um, is into some kind of alternative lifestyle from the
Mm.
group of friends that she had there. And I
Hmm.
remember Polite going to the counter. He didn't even know who I was. I don't know why he didn't recognize me, but he didn't know who I was at this time. I walked to the counter with Polite, not to talk to him or nothing, just to see what he's talking about, just to be nosy. And this dude got a complaint for him from the officer, meaning this whole press conference was bullshit. He
Yep.
wasn't pressing no charges on police. He was lying the whole time.
Hmm.
Crazy.
Very crazy. Hmm. But it's he's fitting to go to prison now, just like his motor, the person he claimed raised him, Dr. York. So you know,
I'm
and the
supposed to be
rest.
I'm supposed to be calling my mama right now. Well, go ahead and in what you gonna say, cause I'm gonna get out of here. What's your closing words, Davita?
He should have known better. He should never sold his soul. Keep spreading the truth, exposing these frauds. I appreciate the work that you do because we need to know these things.
I appreciate your words, Davita.
You're very much
Are you
welcome.
subscribed?
Yes, I am.
I appreciate you.
You're very much
Any
welcome.
any video you see, I don't trip. People can download my shit, play my shit. I will never strike nobody. I don't give a shit. Feel free to share my shit, download my shit, and do what you want.
Absolutely. I would definitely share. Absolutely. You have a
Okay,
wonderful
Davita.
day.
I like your hair on that picture.
Yep, I'm naturally curly.
That little curly stuff.
Right. It won't bone straight for nothing, so I gotta appreciate what comes up my scalp.
Okay, cutie. Enjoy your day.
Okay, you too.
All right. All right, y'all. Um, what you said? Jelly, I'm a flirt. Well, you got it. I'm a born flirt. Okay, y'all, I'm gonna get up out of here. I gotta make some moves. I gotta go see my daddy. Gotta go see my mama. And peace out, y'all.